But seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings.
Joey Sly set to kick off.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
And this carries into the end zone.
And they'll be backed up a bit to start as he's out of bounds at the 16.
At their own 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
Loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Haskins. That is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. The shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Haskins to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away.
Fielded just inside the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Dalvin Cook, the ball.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock, flush to his right. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Lock going to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against...
And he will score! Touchdown, Vikings! A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator on what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They run, Cook, and he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they're trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Lock. He'll buy some time running.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a 1st down as well. Yard line.
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his RAC, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into into this game.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
3-yard.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change, name, I like your respect. Give it more than what I get expected at the back.
And again this time in the tailback. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
From midfield now, Haskins. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. From the gun, it's Haskins. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Haskins. And this will be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
yards to go.
The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Eluding the pressure right. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Sly lining up for the point after.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Haskins. He's going to let this one go deep. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brings up 4th down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So on 4th down, they decided to go with a run-pass option, a good decision.
And the run can get you there, but the pass gets you there quicker. Nice decision. Picks up a first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. again. Here's Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Now, fourth down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll try and run the option. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield. He's sacked at the 46. Yannick Ngakoue. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Block off of play action. Rolling to his right. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Block now on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Block again here on second and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable second and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. It's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Block working out of the gun. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Vikings 28, Eagles 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Hines. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They run the counter with Cook. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
He was brought down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That's out to the left and complete. He's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing now is Locke. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Davion Taylor coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. after the sack on first down. Lock going down the middle, and it's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a first down.
The 21-yard line.
To throw it is Lock. It is caught inside the 5. They'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. From 21 yards away. And this offense is running away with this one. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class is starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Lock to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Haskins. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They run it again with Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be brought down in what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Here's Locke. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the gun, it's Locke. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Locke now on 3rd and goal. From across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javarius Ward. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now they'll run it on the toss. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
21-yard line.
Haskins will throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. And this is going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Turnover on downs.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Locke. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the gun, Locke. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball is expected to be caught.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. He's at the 40, past the 20, and he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins. This is the tight end, Njoku. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd down, Haskins. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. From the gun, it's Haskins. And it is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Play is a turnover on downs.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dab. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
At the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, Locke. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be out right at the 35. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They'll actually throw it with Locke sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
A quick throw outside by Locke. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Locke. Flushed out right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this 4th quarter. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Dante Jackson.
Throwing again. Haskins. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines.
Haskins.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That goes for a gain of 31. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you
and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
A lot going to throw it here. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locked. He'll buy some time right. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And the Vikings will continue on in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.